Good morning, Munsey Park. Today is day 4 of our at-home learning, and that means it's time for our morning announcements. Here we go.
Good morning, Munsey Park School. Today is Tuesday, March 24th, 2020. My name is Katie Fair, and I'm from Mr. Corderera's 4th grade class.
My name is Charlie Fair, and I'm from Mr. Germana's 2nd grade class.
My name is Margaret Fair, and I'm from Mrs. Springston's kindergarten class. Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated.
We will now hear some important announcements from Mr. Nolan.
Thank you very much, Katie, Charlie, and Margaret. Good morning, Munsey Park School, and happy Tuesday to you all. Today we are excited because it's day 4 of our at-home learning. And boys and girls, we are looking forward to another great day of learning at home. I want to give a shout out to those students who participated in the Flipgrid Mr. Nolan's challenge yesterday, where they had to write a song, a poem, or a story about a rainy day. So we give a shout out to Sophia, Anna Ruth, Amaya, Mary P., Julia P., Brooke and Chase, Jack, James, and Grace, Benjamin, Elizabeth, Jordana, Zoe, Petra, Noah, and Charlie. Thank you very much for participating. Today is National Chocolate Covered Raisin Day. Another delicious treat to have today. We have mindful words of the day, and the mindful words today come from our morning mantra book, and they are: be the reason someone smiles today. Words to live by. We want to wish everyone a great day. Don't forget, boys and girls, to show your 3 R's: respectful, responsible role model. And don't forget to show your amazing character in your words, your actions, and your attitude. Make it a great one. Let the day begin. And with that, we're going to begin our day with a read aloud. Today's story is called Black Bear Cub, and it is going to be shared with permission by Scholastic. And before we read the story, one of the important features that this story has is a glossary in the back of the book. And the glossary tells me about some of the new words that I'm going to learn after reading it. So some of the words that we have are aspen, which is a type of tree, a bank, which is the edge of a river or a pond, a den, which is the home of an animal, moss, small green plants, a stream, which is running water, usually leads to a pond or a river or a lake, and forage, which is searching for food in the wild. So those are some of the new words we're going to learn as a result of reading our story. And we have the bear here because we're going to read this story about black bear cubs. So here we go. Black Bear Cubs by Alan Lind, illustrated by Katie Lee. In early spring, Mother Bear and her 2 cubs lumber out of their winter den. Black Bear Cub slips and tumbles in a slushy mound of snow and lets out a wail. Mother Bear picks up Bear Cub gently with her mouth. She carries him slowly to the edge of a small stream, where she sets him next to his sister. Mother Bear reaches her head down and takes a long drink of water. She has spent the winter sleeping and has no food or water for months. Still drowsy from her long sleep, Mother Bear leads Bear Cub and his sister back to the den. They curl up and sleep for a few more days. When the first green leaves appear on the forest trees, Mother Bear and her cubs leave the den again. Food still scarce on the forest floor, but the tender new leaves lure Mother Bear to climb an aspen tree. Bear Cub and his sister both try to climb after her. Their claws are already sharp, but halfway up, Bear Cub loses his grip and falls to the ground. His sister decides she has climbed high enough for this day, and she climbs down to join him. The cubs will practice climbing again tomorrow. In a few days, the cubs are expert climbers. Mother Bear can leave them on their own for a little while. She goes off to forage on the early green shoots of buttercups and the leaves of violets and wild strawberries. The cubs remain behind, beneath the low-hanging branches of a pine tree in a nest of dry pine needles. If they sense any danger, they will quickly climb the tree. When the summer days grow warmer, Bear Cub splashes through a cool, shallow stream. He rushes to catch up with his sister. Ahead of them, Mother Bear plods steadily through the water. When the stream widens into a pool, Mother Bear lies down to let the water cool her. Bear Cub and his sister sit on the mossy stream bank and wait. As Mother Bear leaves the pool, she stands upright, sniffing the air, testing it for danger. The cubs stand up too. They try to sniff the air just the way their mother does it. Like all black bears, their eyesight is poor, and their noses tell them far more than their eyes. All is well. Mother Bear leads the cubs to a dead oak tree. She hears a swarm of honeybees buzzing around a large hole in the tree. The cubs wait as she climbs the tree and claws at the hole until pieces of wood break off and fall to the ground. The bees get angry and they try to sting her, but her fur is too thick. Whenever she has a chance, she licks a mouthful of bees from her fur and swallows them. They make a tasty snack. When Mother Bear rips away enough of the rotted tree to uncover the beehive, she takes a big piece of honeycomb for herself. Then she drops chunks down to the cubs. Bear Cub and his sister sit on the ground, munching greedily at the thick, sweet honey. Their fur soon becomes sticky, and they lick themselves clean with their long pink tongues. Bear Cub's tongue is so long he can almost lick between his eyes. Tired and full from the sweet honey, Mother Bear lies cooling herself in the shade of a pine tree at the edge of a small clearing. Nearby, Bear Cub climbs a 12-foot aspen tree just for the fun of it. As he climbs, the tree bends with his weight. When he nears the top, the bending tree swings him gently to the ground. Bear Cub and his sister ride the aspen trees over and over again. After a while, Bear Cub leaves his sister and bounds to his mother's side. He pulls himself onto his mother's back and playfully bites at her ears. She pays no attention to him as he climbs across her back and shoulders. Suddenly, Mother Bear rises, surprising Bear Cub and flipping him to the ground. She rushes into the clearing and turns to bark at the cubs. They understand her command and run to the nearest tree, where they climb to the safety of the highest branches. On the far side of the clearing, 3 coyotes bound from the forest. Protecting her cubs, Mother Bear springs forward, growling, her head down and teeth bared. She challenges the coyotes. They stop for a moment and pace back and forth while they decide what to do. Mother Bear rushes to the tree and joins her cubs in the high branches. As the coyotes circle about the tree trunk, yipping and growling, the bears make themselves comfortable. Resting in the high branches, they ignore the coyotes until they give up and leave the clearing. The bears spend the night in the tree to be certain the coyotes are really gone. In the early morning light, Mother Bear climbs down. Then she woofs her permission for the cubs to join her on the ground. Together, they will go in search of a patch of berries. Bear Cub and his sister will spend the rest of the summer with their mother, while she teaches them all they need to know to survive in the forest. During the cool weather of autumn, they will find another snug den and fill it with grass and leaves. There, they will sleep through the winter. When spring finally comes, Bear Cub and his sister will be ready to begin their own lives in the forest. The end. Now, this story had a lot of nice illustrations and pictures. It was actually done with acrylic paint, and it was a narrative nonfiction text. So my challenge to you today is as follows. We're going to have another flip grid challenge. On a piece of paper, I want you to draw an outdoor scene of a family of bears. And be sure to label your work, and perhaps you'll use some of the vocabulary you learned today. You could put trees in there, you could put lakes, you could put streams, rocks, you could put other animals, but I'd love for you to draw a picture, and then on Flipgrid, using the code Munsey Park, you're going to log in and you can share your bear picture with me. So that is Mr. Nolan's challenge for today. After you do your work for your teachers, go on to Flipgrid and share a nice picture of a bear scene. I want to wish you all a great day, a great learning day. Let the day begin.